1,000 yesterdays could never erase the first glance that lit the stars in my world. You were not just a person walking into my life. You were the answer to a question my soul asked in silence for years. Your eyes spoke in verses my heart understood before my mind even caught up. And in that singular moment, everything quieted. The noise of the past, the doubt of tomorrow, the ache of waiting. I felt the earth pause, as if time itself bowed in reverence to a connection so rare, so pure, it could only be carved from something eternal. Every heartbeat I had before that felt like a rehearsal for the music that began when you smiled. I memorized the way your voice softened the wind, how even silence grew more meaningful in your presence. It wasn't love at first sight, because love, real love, is never that sudden. It was more profound. It was recognition, as though I had finally found the soul I'd been missing from every lifetime I had wandered through, waiting for you. Every day since has been a series of echoes, a graceful dance between now and forever. Your laughter is the echo of joy from 1,000 lifetimes, and I listen for it like a prayer at dawn. I memorize your habits like scripture, the way you cradle your coffee mug, the little sigh you give when you're lost in thought, the sparkle in your eyes when you speak about dreams. You've become the map of my existence, each smile a compass, every tear a valley I vow to protect. I've watched the seasons pass through your moods, found spring in your hope and summer in your warmth. When the world turns gray, your presence is color. I didn't just fall in love with you, I stepped into love like stepping into sunlight after centuries of cold. And now that I've known you, truly known you, I can no longer imagine a world where you aren't the axis I turn around, the melody in my breath, the whisper in my every moment. There are stories carved into the spaces between our fingers, where your hand fits mine like a verse written perfectly in rhythm. I've traced constellations in your freckles, and found galaxies in your gaze. You speak and the stars respond. You sigh and the oceans listen. My love, you are not simply someone I adore. You are the definition of my adoration, the living, breathing embodiment of what I never thought I'd find. I want to walk with you through all the ordinary days, make them extraordinary simply because you are there. I want to build a home not of walls and bricks, but of trust and truth, and kisses that linger like dawn. Every heartbeat I have left is yours to borrow. My every dream bends in your direction, reshaping itself to hold you gently inside. And if tomorrow never comes, I will still be fulfilled, because loving you has given me 1,000 yesterdays, each one more precious than the last, each one an echo of everything I'll ever need. I remember the rainy mornings where you curled into me like a secret kept safe, how we talked about nothing and yet said everything, our silence filled with stories no one else could hear. You once asked me if I believed in fate, and I said no until I looked at you again. Because fate is too small a word to describe what you are to me. You are not coincidence, you are design. You are the universe's answer to every ache I've ever nursed in my chest. I do not need a lifetime of proof when I have the certainty of your touch. My love, even when we are far apart, I feel you, in the wind that carries warmth across my face, in the rustle of leaves that sound like your laughter, in the pulse of my own heart beating to the rhythm of your name. I have never been more sure of anything than I am of you. You are the one I would choose again, across 1,000 yesterdays and 1,000 more tomorrows. Sometimes I dream of places we've never been, but you're always there walking beside me, your fingers brushing mine, as if we've known the path all along. I imagine us old, gray-haired and slow, still teasing, still laughing, still falling in love with new versions of each other. And I believe we'll still be finding reasons to say I love you, as if the words are brand new, because love with you isn't static, it evolves, it deepens, it becomes more profound with each shared glance, each day survived together. I would write your name on every page of my story if I could, not for possession, but for preservation, so the world might know who made my soul sing. I have loved you through seasons of joy and storms of sorrow, through long nights and dazzling mornings, and I will love you in every way a heart can hold love, softly, fiercely, endlessly, because with you, love is not just a moment, it is 1,000 yesterdays whispering yes again and again. There are times when words fail me, when what I feel for you refuses to shrink into syllables or sentences. You are beyond vocabulary, beyond poetry, beyond even the most passionate of declarations, and yet I try every day to tell you with the way I hold your hand, the way I listen to your silences, the way I laugh louder when you're near. Love is not always grand gestures and firework displays. Often it is found in the quiet mornings, in your head resting on my shoulder, in the comfort of your breath warming my skin. My love for you is a living, breathing thing. It grows, it evolves, and most of all it endures, through hardship, through joy, through confusion and clarity alike. If every yesterday was a brushstroke, they would paint a portrait of devotion, 1,000 hues of love, all in your likeness, and if I had to start over, if I had to live through those yesterdays again, I would without hesitation, just to find you one more time. You are my reason in chaos, my calm in noise, the anchor in my drifting soul. I've seen the world blur around me, but your presence sharpens everything. When my hands tremble with doubt, yours steady them. When I falter, you remind me of who I am. You do not complete me, because I was never incomplete, but you awaken a depth I didn't know existed.
You are not a chapter in my story. You are the book, the pages, the ink, the reason the story matters. There are 1,000 versions of me, scattered through every yesterday, and you have loved them all, the broken me, the hopeful me, the guarded me, and through your love, I've become a better version, braver, softer, truer. I never believed in perfect love, only in love that tries, but with you I believe in something greater, love that understands, that endures, that listens even when no words are spoken. I believe in love that walks with you through every shadow, until light returns again. I have stood in rooms full of people, and still only searched for your eyes. I have heard countless voices, but none that stir my soul like yours. You are my constant in a world that never stays still. I can't count how many times I've whispered your name into the night, not because you were absent, but because even the memory of you brings peace. My love, you are not just someone I hold, you are someone who holds me without even touching, and though life may pull us in many directions, I know the thread between us will never break. It's spun from trust, from laughter, from tears we've both tasted. You are the melody that plays in my quiet moments, the echo of a promise made not with words but with presence. If I have you, I have enough. I could lose everything else, but if I still have your heart, I am wealthy beyond measure. Because in this love and our 1,000 yesterdays, I have already found forever. You've made the ordinary moments feel sacred. Grocery runs, car rides, doing the dishes, each is a canvas you've painted with meaning. You take the mundane and set it alight with love, and I watch you with awe, still amazed that I get to call you mine. You make life feel like poetry, even when it's not trying to rhyme. I don't need grand adventures when holding your hand feels like crossing galaxies. Your love is the steady rhythm to which I walk, breathe, exist. The world has spun forward 1,000 days, but every yesterday with you has etched itself into my bones. I carry them all with me. Each smile you gave, each comfort you offered, each glance that said I see you. That is the most beautiful part of this love. You see me, and I see you. Not just the version the world admires, but the you that cries in the dark, the you that doubts, the you that hopes. And I love all of you now and always. Even if the stars forget to shine and the moon loses its light, I will still find my way to you. Because love like this is not guided by sight, but by soul. I would walk blind into 1,000 storms if it meant hearing your voice at the end. You are the warmth in my coldest thoughts, the grace in my stumbling moments. In every yesterday, I've discovered another reason to love you more. And if love is a journey, then ours is an odyssey written across time itself. No clock could ever measure what we have. No map could chart it. It is not defined by the years we've spent or the ones we have yet to live. It is defined by how deeply we feel, how fiercely we choose again and again. My love, I choose you. In every breath, in every heartbeat, in every yesterday I've lived and every tomorrow I will chase. You are not just my love story. You are my epic, my miracle, my 1,000 yesterdays wrapped into one forever.